short yoga with Mathilda. Woohoo! So a lot of you have gained the COVID-15, COVID-20, COVID-30, and are now like struggling to shed the pounds, the excess pounds. So I thought I'll show you what I do outside of restorative. I don't work out, I don't do much exercise, I don't work out, period. I hate exercise. That's the truth. Just being honest, never liked it, never will. So I just do 10, maybe 15 minutes of, I don't know, just strengthening stuff, just to keep myself toned and to keep my body in a detox mode, okay? So let's get started. So we'll start in all fours or tabletop. Make sure you align your wrist with your shoulders and your knees with your hips, okay? Alignment is super important. And start with cat-cow breath, just to awaken the spine. So inhale, look up, belly down, and then exhale, rounding the spine. Sorry, the music's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And just focus on your breathing. Now the slower you can go, that means the deeper you're breathing, and that's a good thing. So after that, I usually move on to a little bit of core. Extend your left arm and your right leg. Excuse the space here, this is the only space I could do it. And home is not good because I have 3 dogs, so we won't be doing much yoga with 3 dogs. So just check with your right hip here. Make sure that you don't have it like this. So you just want to keep your hip level. And instead of, you know how women, they like tuck your tummy in, and then you go like this, right? You're collapsing the belly. So instead of doing that, we want to lengthen this area. So think of your rib cage and think about hugging the ribs in, okay? So hug your ribs in. And then stretch diagonally. I have scoliosis, and many of you probably do too, so this is a good way to keep your spine balanced and to prevent the curve from progressing. And come back to tabletop. And just check in with your body, see if you notice a difference already between the left and the right. And then when you're ready, right arm, left leg. Again, just check in with the hip, the left hip. Hug the ribs in, lengthen, stretch, extend, elongate, breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale, come back to table. And come to downward facing dog. Just gonna tuck my shirt in. So when you come to downward facing dog, they say it's like a recovery position, a resting position, or whatever names they call it. And a lot of you probably have a weak wrist. A lot of people have told me this, they have weak wrists. So this is a great way to show your kind of weakness, where you're at, your weakness. And don't judge yourself. So just try to get onto downward facing dog. Now the yoga that I learned growing up through my parents never had any down dog. So I didn't have my first downward facing dog until a few years ago in Canada. And when they said recovery position, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I can't stay in this pose for more than 2 breaths. You're trying to kill me. And basically it was showing me my weakness, my wrists, and my tight hips, hamstrings. Everything was just tight and angry, I guess. So just walk your dog, loosen up, paddling your feet. Now, a lot of you probably can't get your heels down, and that's okay. So you just gotta assess whether it's tension or compression, okay? So for a lot of people, they get to here, and they can't bring it down because their hamstrings are tight. So if it's compression, then it's bone on bone. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't force it unless you want something to break. So just check in as you progress, as you practice more and more. See what happens and see if it gets better. Okay? My God, I should have worn this sweater. It's so hot. I thought it was gonna be cold in here with the AC. And then after that, I'd like to open up my left hip. Inhale, open. Now it's okay if you just get to here and that's all you can do, that's where you are, okay? That's okay. Don't judge. Don't be so harsh on yourself.
Rome wasn't built in a day, my friends.
And bring it down. Inhaling the right. Open up, and right away I'm sure you can tell the difference already between my left and my right hip. My right hip is a little bit tighter today. And then I like to do a little bit of flow, chaturanga. So come to high plank. So feet hip width apart. So if you don't have the core strength for this yet, please bring your knees down. Again, hugging your ribs in, tucking in your elbows, and then shooting up to cobra or up dog, downward facing dog, high plank with the knees down. This is the yoga push-up, okay? It's much, much harder than the regular push-up. Do a few more if you'd like. And then come to child's pose. And then we'll come to a side plank. Just check your balance. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. Just do whatever you need to do to balance. I've been doing this for years, so some days are better, but most days are good. And we switch. I try to face you. And of course, you notice the difference between the left and the right. Another thing I'd like to do is open up the chest and the rib cage. So inhale deeply, spread all 10 fingers, exhale, peel the chest open, squeezing your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, So try to engage all these muscles, okay? Engage them as if your life depends on them. Awaken biceps, fingers, chest, your shoulders, your lats even. Creating your own resistance. I don't use weights, I don't lift weights, no weights needed. You've got your own body. You can create your own resistance, okay? And come back to neutral. And then I play, usually, for a few minutes. But since this is a beginner's first video, we'll keep it light, we'll keep it easy. Come back to tabletop. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, meet your elbow and your knee in the center. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring them in. Now the slower you do this, the more impact you feel. Many of you have been to my class for years. Just love this. I know you do. Especially when I tell you to slow it down, and if you're competing with your neighbor, it's about who can do it the slowest. So do about 10 each, and then repeat on the other side. Slow and mindful, but full of power. And come back to the table. And everyone's favorite thing is to grab something like a block or a block if you have any. Place it between your knees. Down on all fours. Squeeze the block or the book. Engage the core and lift your knees. You know who you are. This is your favorite pose. I know it. Feel your power, warriors. You start shaking. Good. And bring it down. Repeat 2-3 more times if you like. I am just melting here, it's too hot. And I didn't wear anything underneath, so I can't take it off. So, I think that's it for now. Ta-ta. Enjoy. Can't forget, namaste.